Hey everybody, I thought we'd do our B vitamins. Our first three B vitamins, B1, B2, and B3. All of these are needed for energy metabolism to produce energy. Sorry, that was redundant. But anyways, we're in Yosemite National Park and we're on the top of Half Dome. Jess, I don't know if you can pan back there, but it's a pretty view from up here. You need a lot of energy to get here. So we're gonna start first with thiamine. So thiamine, this is a spelling from your book. This is vitamin B1, scientific name is thiamine. Main function in the body. Okay, I've already said that these are required for energy. Thymine makes a coenzyme called thiamine pyrophosphate, TPP. And I don't know if you can see this very well. It was in my backpack and I sweat on it a little bit, but in metabolic processes that breaks down pyruvate to produce acetate, thiamine pyrophosphate acts as a coenzyme to help facilitate that. So it's needed in metabolic processes that break down glucose to produce energy. GFS, as you guys know, is good food sources. Oops, I got deficiency before good food source. Anyways, if it's needed for energy, if you run out of thiamine, you run out of energy. So the inability to convert pyruvate into acetate would yield energy. There's a disease called beriberi, which means literally I can't. And the I can't part is the inability to metabolize glucose, produces profound muscular weakness. So, all right, good food source. It's not written on here, but a good food source is enriched flour. Flour is enriched because they add thiamine to it. A more healthy way to get it is through whole grains. So, and actually B1, B2, and B3, all good food sources are gonna be whole grains. And that's why we're clustering these together. So that's thiamine. The B2 scientific name is riboflavin. So riboflavin or vitamin B2 also needed for energy metabolism. Those of you familiar with energy metabolism know that flavin adenine dinucleotide or FAD is a cofactor that transports hydrogens from the Krebs cycle to the electron transport chain. And so riboflavin makes flavin adenine dinucleotide. So the reason you need riboflavin in your diet is to make FAD. Not only important in carbohydrate metabolism, important particularly for lipid metabolism and even for protein. Deficiency for riboflavin, also a deficiency in energy metabolism, but where you tend to notice it is in the regeneration of cells, particularly epithelial cells, like on your tongue. So someone with ariboflavinosis, about the only people you'd see in the United States with ariboflavinosis would be alcoholics that get most of their calories from alcohol without any flour. And ariboflavinosis is characterized by a red, swollen tongue. So good food source, again, for riboflavin, like thiamine, is whole grains. So it's the second one on there. Whole grains, enriched flour as a good source of riboflavin. Thiamine, B1, and niacin, B3, the one we're going to do next, are added to flours. So I also added that vegetables are a good source for riboflavin. So flavin, adenine dinucleotide for riboflavin. All right, the last one, our last of these first three B vitamins is niacin. So niacin, this isn't to be confused with nicotine, even though some people call this nicotinic acid or niacinamide adenine dinucleotide, but this is vitamin B3 niacin. Some people have heard of this. It's used sometimes to cause people take megadoses of niacin to cause flushing of the skin, but niacin's vitamin B3. So very similar to riboflavin. So remember, riboflavin made FAD. Niacin makes niacinamide or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD. So that's a cofactor, coenzyme in energy metabolism. It's a proton transporter, hydrogen ion transporter that's all involved in electron transport. So NAD and FAD, vitamin B2 and B3. So you can imagine, again, if you lacked niacin, you'd have profound weakness, kind of like thiamine. There's a disease called pellagra. Pellagra is more common in countries that eat polished rice, and the outside of the rice has the niacin in it, and they can get something called pellagra. And pellagra is characterized, they call it the 3 Ds, diarrhea, dementia, and dermatitis. And pellagra here in the United States, again, would be more common in alcoholics that don't get their energy from food. So the 3 Ds, diarrhea, dermatitis, and I can't remember that last one. I hope you got that joke too. All right, the last thing, good food source for niacin, B3, enriched flour, or even better, whole grain. And you guys remember when I say whole grain, I mean like whole wheat or whole oat that has the outside of either the wheat germ or the husk on it. So that's our first 3 vitamins, B1, B2, B3, and we put those together because they're involved in energy metabolism, which I'm gonna need some energy to hike back to the car. So, all right, see you guys later.